The debate today is, should Cam Newton be on an NFL roster right now? And I'm going to debate no as a starter, and Chris is going to...
Hell no! Psych, hell yeah. He should be on one of the 32 teams in this NFL. Matter of fact, I can think of probably one off the top of my head, 2, 3, 4 off the top of my head that he should be on. So, first of all, let's just address this. Cam Newton ain't no bum.
No, we're not saying that.
Yeah, so for you to
former
say
league MVP.
Yeah, so for you to say that he shouldn't be in the league, there are 32 teams in the league. There's 64 quarterbacks that we starting. Starters and backups. So we're saying he's the 65th quarterback and he should retire. There's people like Chase Daniels that are still in the league. We have people like Ryan Fitzpatrick who are still in the league. We have people like we have Danny Dimes who is still in the league. He's a bust. Like, come on now. We have we have so many quarterbacks that are still here. They were giving Tim Tebow. They were even trying to give Tim Tebow a chance at tight end. You know what I'm saying? Like, if these people are getting chances, Cam Newton gotta be the one. Just imagine if when Ryan Fitzpatrick got hurt, they put in Cam Newton. Just imagine if the Patriots would have kept Cam Newton for the first game. They might have won that game. And I like Mac Jones. You know what I'm saying? He retired. He's young, and yes, he's not like a gunslinger or nothing, but he's still athletic enough. You know, the body doesn't break down like it used to with technology and all that. They're able to keep people healthy and stuff. And if he gets in the right system, you know what I'm saying? At the very least, be a change of pace quarterback. At the very least, be a competent backup. But to say he should be retired, hell no, man. Hell no. Stop the cap.
Well, I'm gonna tell you why he should be retired. And it's not because, as the most general reason that you might think, you guys are saying that I don't think he can play, he's a bum, he's trash. It is, number one, pride, baby. Pride is the downfall of every man. Cam Newton was a superstar in high school, superstar at Auburn, won the Heisman, came to the NFL.
Won the JUCO Heisman, too.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he won because I think didn't he get kicked out or something?
He got kicked out because he went to Florida. They went to JUCO.
Won that Heisman. Came to Auburn. Won that Heisman. Yeah, that's some savage stuff. Most people don't. I knew that because he was two-stepping on Alabama and it hurt my feelings. But
and then so basically Cam Newton, and then he came into the league personally, had a great rookie season. I believe he won Rookie of the Year that year. And then later, a few years down the road, he won MVP in 2015, where he had his best passing touchdown season. He threw 35.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And he also took the Panthers to Super Bowl. 15-1 that year.
And they was
incredible team.
And they was whooping people.
They were
like.
Oh yeah,
and with style.
Until they ran to Peyton Manning and the Broncos, boy. So.
No, the Broncos with Peyton Manning at quarterback. Freeze that properly. Peyton Manning was getting pulled along on that team.
I don't want to hear that.
We can address that another time.
All the teams Peyton is carried, we can talk about that later.
He got carried once. That's fine.
As I was saying, basically, Cam Newton should retire because, not saying he's not good enough to be a backup on an NFL team, he is no longer good enough to be a starter, and therefore, Cam Newton is not made to be a backup. Therefore, he should not be in the NFL anymore because, like I said, it's going to hurt his pride. Out of the 32 teams in the NFL, I can't see one that Cam Newton can start for right now, be effective for, and win games consistently on a weekly basis. And I am saying that because Cam Newton has really yet to prove that he can be a consistent, accurate thrower of the football. When we think about the quarterback position, who do we think about passing now, like consistent in quarterback? We think about Tom Brady. We think about Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes.
Russell Wilson.
Those guys. The thing about it is like the whole like wildcat or shifty. What do we call it? QB option. That's more as a college style, but as you get to the league, defenses are faster, they're stronger, and then they just recognize that kind of stuff. Cam Newton's game style and play doesn't really typically work for that, and that's why New England was ready to move on for him. If you don't remember last year, during his first year with New England, Cam Newton did get COVID, but he did have 10 rushing touchdowns in the during the whole season. But throughout the whole season, he threw 8 touchdown passes and 10 picks.
Yeah.
That is not good for a quarterback.
But
that's unacceptable.
Yeah, but why did Tom Brady leave? Because they ain't had no weapons. There was nobody in New England at the time that Cam Newton was there, running back, offensive line, receiver, or otherwise, that could have helped him get more than that. And what's the
Nikhil Harry or whatever?
No. What's the
Jacoby Myers.
I'm sorry, no, the offensive coordinator.
Josh McDaniels.
Josh McDaniels. Now he's a pretty decent coach, right? And he's drawing up what they had for what they had. All right, it's not like Cam Newton in there like, man, I don't want to run, I don't want to pass, I just want to dink and dunk it. You know, we know Cam Newton, like you said, he has pride. He wants to win. He ain't going there just to get by. He wants to win. You know what I'm saying? If he thinks that, hey, I can throw touchdowns to these people, they're not going to drop the ball. Nikhil Harry is almost looking like he's a bust. I don't know if it's injury. I don't know if it's he was drafted too high. He has a lot of pressure, but he's not turning out to what people thought he was going to be. Jacoby Myers, he may have been undrafted. I can't even name half of the other weapons that he had.
I'm glad you said that though, because they knew he went out this year all season. They got what he was for him.
Those was not weapons though.
Hunter Henry.
Hunter Henry and the other tight end, John Smith, weapons. I'll respect that. But the receivers, you got Nelson Aguilar, who has had a career that was. It goes here, then here, then here, then it is really inconsistent. You have the other receiver they brought off from San Francisco, Kenyon Bourne, I think is his name. He was the odd man out in San Francisco. They faded him out. They brought all them receivers in and sent him about his way. Now they got Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel. Hell, I think even they had him on New England. Muhammad Sanu is even on the team now. You know what I'm saying? They faded him out. So New England got a lot of almost leftovers. And yes, that used to work with Tom Brady. And I'm not going to compare Tom Brady to Cam Newton, you know, to be able to uplift that, you know what I'm saying? Maybe Cam Newton, when he was a little younger, you know, maybe could have just, you know, he was running linebackers over and D linemen and still launching the ball deep. You know what I'm saying? He still got an arm and he can still throw. But when you got receivers that can't get no separation, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody, they ain't doing nothing. Maybe like 1 out of every 20 plays, they probably getting appropriate separation for him to be accurate with the football. And, you know what I'm saying, have room for, you know what I'm saying, mishaps. Because Tom Brady just this Thursday, had an amazing game, right? This past Thursday. But there was passes in that game where he messed up, but his receivers helped him out. And that's what a lot of teams, there's a lot of times a quarterback will throw a ball up, you like,
Pat Mahomes to Tyreek Hill.
Pat Mahomes to Tyreek Hill when Tom threw that ball to Leonard Fournette, he's falling down. If Leonard Fournette did not fight for that ball, Michael Parsons would have picked 6 that. You know what I'm saying? There's several plays like that Cam Newton was not getting. You know, so he don't got an O-line and he got these receivers that are either young, inexperienced, or both. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't think that he's not that prideful where he wouldn't play for a team. I mean, I don't know if you saw the interview with his father. Like, he was like, I would play. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm saying? I want to play. The NFC South, let's see. I won't go through each division, but there's several teams that he could play for.
Well, me coming into the preseason, I was watching some of the games, and it's kind of hard to just really use that as a scale of how good someone's going to be. People get really overhyped over preseason.
Yeah, preseason.
But there's a lot of second, third stringers.
And different teams do preseason differently.
They do. So some don't even play their starters at all. Some only play them for a series. The thing about it, though, I think New England was so ready to jump the gun on Mac Jones was because he had the highest passer rating as a rookie and the past, I don't know what they said, 5 years.
Yeah, I mean,
he higher than Pat Mahomes. I said this before the season started. I said, because Cam Newton played well in the preseason too. They both played good. Him and Mac Jones. I said, oh man, Cam's gonna lose his job. I just knew it. I didn't want him to lose his job, but I just knew if Mac Jones was playing a little bit better, he was gonna lose his job. And out of nowhere, boom, Cam gets released by New England. And the thing about it, they were saying something about that it had something to do with the vaccine. I'm not really buying that.
Yeah, it seems like
I can add context to that.
Yeah, I'm saying
Cam Newton came out himself and said it didn't have anything to do with the vaccine.
Yeah,
it had more to do with that time he was gone.
Yeah, because like if you watch the interview,
he had to play or whatever, and then when he came back, he knew that they didn't want him to be a backup because they knew the moment that he threw a pick, they'd be saying, Cam, they don't want to put that pressure on the
Yeah, because like when in the interview that he did with his father, he was talking about the aura of himself. Because like Cam just mentioned, once he left for them 5 days, Mac Jones had a chance that he was taking all the reps at practice, and he took advantage of his opportunity. Just like if someone wants to get hurt, or
heard of Wally Pip?
You know what I'm saying? So when he didn't have that opportunity to play, and they were like, look, Mac Jones just stepped up to the plate. And then like he started to mention like he felt himself phasing out, and then you can't. It's hard to have someone like Cam Newton as your backup. You know what I'm saying? Because then, like Cam just mentioned, as soon as you mess up,
carries a name.
They on your head. They on your head.
Well,
So just imagine how all these other quarterbacks, and these are nowhere near to the extent of Cam Newton. You got Justin Fields, who is backing up Andy Dalton. They clamored for him to come in. As soon as as soon as he threw that pick, get him in there. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Trey Lance in San Francisco. If the moment Jimmy G messes up, they gonna say bring him in. The moment he messes up, they gonna say bring him in. And those are nowhere near compared to the stature of Cam Newton. So I just think that he's getting a bad rap because of the assumption of what he is. He's not even he has no off the field issues since he's been in the NFL that I could think of. He's not a distraction in the sense of like he's a distraction to the media, but not to the players. I don't ever hear
The only thing you hear about Cam is his sense of fashion.
Yeah, he just dressed okay. That's what I'm saying. But
that's not an issue at all.
But see, to other people that looks outside looking in, it's like, oh, that must be distracting. But not if that's who they are. That's who he is. Like he dresses and does that. That's who he is. You know what I'm saying? So
my little closing point will be basically the reason why I think Cam is really done. I was watching First Take and Stephen A. had mentioned something. Don't know if I'm paraphrasing this right. He was saying Cam's former coach, Ron Rivera, is the head coach of the Washington football team. Starting QB Ryan Fitzpatrick goes down. If his head coach, old former coach, didn't call him, who is going to call Cam? So I just say, man, it just looks like, the light is dim at the end, and he might just have to call it a career. He's been in the league 10 plus years, made a couple Pro Bowls, probably won't make the Hall of Fame, but it's just time to go, I think. And it makes no sense for him to be a backup, and I really don't see a team that he could start on where they could effectively win.
It's some teams that I believe he can help out. And I think that even with the point that you just made, that I think that's one team out of the 32. And I think I would say like maybe 10 other teams that would stick with their starting quarterbacks. There's a lot of teams right now that their starting quarterback they can care less about, and they wouldn't mind having another player in. And I think another thing that has to be brought into consideration is how much it can be paid, how much cap space that they have, and a lot of teams right now
he would probably have to take a pay cut.
Yeah, a little bit of pay cut, but it's still the beginning of the season. People are gonna get hurt. People ain't in a rush to do nothing just yet. You know what I'm saying? People gonna take their time. Okay, and now you can sign veterans to the practice squad. You know what I'm saying? So there's time for things to happen. Cam Newton should not retire. He's still got a future in this league.
Let us know what y'all think does Cam belong on an NFL team, and if he does, which one? We're here to debate that.
I mean.